The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to today's Platinum Training Session with your host, Todd Walters.
Thank you, Andrea. Hey, Happy New Year, everyone. If you haven't heard that from me yet, glad to be with you today. I've got a lot of stuff to cover. Here's how I'm going to make a few recommendations, though. You probably are watching this computer webinar, or this webinar on your computer, and you've got your email open, your cell phone sitting next to you, a few of those things going on. I'm going to make some recommendations for those of you that are doing that, and close your email and cut your cell phone off. And I want you to write this down. First thing I want you to write down, you ready? Write this down. Matter of fact, let me throw a Word document up here. I'll come back to that in a minute. Let's see here. Here we go. Blank Word document. I'll write this down so you guys can see it. Ready? Everybody write this down. Don't just read it. Your routine equals your results. Okay. Let me blow that up nice and big so you can see that. And this will be the theme of our training today, our Platinum Millionaire Agent Maker training. Here we go. That's the theme. So hopefully all of you can see that. Your routine equals your results. I got to tell you, man, you know, I really like a lot of you, most of you, a lot. But one of the things that just really annoys me as a coach, so, you know, I got to sometimes put on my coaching hat, take off my friend hat, and those sort of things. I get it. When I put on my coaching hat, just pure laziness from many of you. And let me tell you what I mean. I'm not trying to offend you today because you know exactly what I'm talking about. I get this email and a call from a member who was complaining that some of the materials on the coaching site that they wanted to use were in a PDF format. They weren't in a, quote, publisher or Word document format that they could use. Okay, they wanted them in PDF, and in quote, you ready for this quote? You know, I really have been wanting to get this marketing program launched, Todd, but, you know, I've been waiting or keep looking for the materials in a format, you know, that I can modify versus a PDF. Now, I got to tell you, I understand that. We want to make things easier on you. There's no question about it. But let's look at a couple of things going on with that statement, and we're going to get right into the training that I got for you today that will help you convert more leads. Got to get this off my chest as a coach. Okay, when you guys pay a lot of money for this program here, and you're on teams that invest a lot of money in it. Okay, well, a couple of things. Number one, if you put things on the coaching site there in a PDF, it's so that the font, the doodles, the margins, and everything look exactly the way it's supposed to look when you reproduce it. If we put things on the coaching site in Word documents and publishers and stuff like that, when you open them up on your end, download and open it up, there's a good chance that when you open it, you're not going to see the same thing exactly as it was created to use, because you don't have the font installed on your computer, or you don't have you know, the doodle programs installed on your computer, and the list goes on and on. So that's why we've uploaded in PDF. Okay? All right, so that aside, the agent who sent me that email and made that call, it was all I could do not to throw up, you know, listening to that. That is an absolute, what that tells me is I'm talking to a person who will never be very successful until they change their paradigm in the way they think and go about things on a daily basis. Okay? Make no mistake about it. The way that you think right now, the way that you think about things, how you think about things, is either the solution to the problems that you have, or they are the problems to the solutions. Do I need to type that one out for you? Okay, we'll type it out. Andrea, I'm going to type this out. You got to remind me what I just said. The way you think about things, how you think about things, is either the solution to the issues you face or the problems to the solutions. TW. Okay, so let me blow that up really big here so you can see that. I'm not trying to get in your head, I'm not trying to motivate you or anything like that. I just want to talk some common sense to you. Okay, when I first got into Craig Proctor's Quantum Leap program, he was right on the verge of starting the coaching program. He had the Quantum Leap system program seminars before he had the coaching program. As many of you know, most of you probably don't, but I was there early on. And what I got from Craig was a binder. And it was a binder of ads. And I remember seeing the editorial ads for the first time. And they were in a binder, printed, copied in a binder. Okay? So I get the book, I look at the ads. Craig says, run these ads. Okay, here's what I did not do. Hey, Craig, can you send me the ads in a Word document or a publisher file or some kind of stuff like that so I can more easily modify them? And I'll just wait to do that until you send them to me. Like, here's what I did. I got the ad. I handed it to my assistant, and I said, recreate this ad, and I want it in the paper by next Wednesday. And guess what? It was in the paper by next Wednesday. It's called fast implementation. So I could have made excuses. Well, I'm really busy. I'll look at that tomorrow. Or it's too hard for me to reproduce. Or whatever. I understand human nature is that we want to try to make things easy, or we want it to be easy. Let me shoot straight with you guys, okay? Converting leads to appointments from people who aren't expecting your call, it ain't easy. Okay, establishing your own millionaire real estate business, making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year as an outside salesperson or an inside salesperson, it ain't easy. There's no such a thing when you operate at the top of the pyramid. If you want easy, you can stay at the bottom of the pyramid and get squashed. So if you think 2015 is the year that you can press an easy button and make $1 million or more as a team leader, make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year as an outside sales agent or inside sales, you're sadly mistaken. Okay? My guess is things will get increasingly harder for you. I'm having a conversation with Craig Proctor this morning about the trend of less and less active listings getting listed in the MLS. We also had conversations about the downward trend of commissions in the MLS on cooperating broker fees overall in North America. Okay, so you best get your butt in gear here in 2015. I'm talking specifically to those of you who want to make excuses and not be proactive and do things. If you keep calling people, if you're an inside sales agent, and many of you are watching this, and you keep calling people and not reaching them, okay, well, guess what's going to happen? If you continue to keep calling people, you're going to continue to not reach them. Okay? So you know that at some point. So here's what you do. You do things differently. All right? I'll give you one easy example. I call, I get the voicemail, I immediately hang up. I pick up the phone, and I dial up right away again. So the person monitoring their cell phone sees the number come up, says, I'm not sure who that is. I'll let it go to voicemail. Okay? And then it doesn't go to voicemail, but it rings again with the same number. Did you know that that MIT says they're 60+% more likely to pick up the second time? And you probably don't know that, because you haven't bothered to research those things, looking for the easy button. All right, so I'm telling you guys, this is the year. If you decide you want to make a quantum leap in your business, you better damn well change your routine. Because I can guarantee you that it's going to be this time next year, and if you haven't made adjustments to how you do things and how you think about things and how you go about conducting business, I can tell you what your business is going to look like, exactly what it does now. Okay? So now that I've done a good job of getting your attention and letting every one of us look in the mirror, including me, Okay, because, hey, don't think I'm immune to these things. My routine equals my results. Right? So I get up every day complaining about my back hurting, okay, climbing stairs and breathing hard. And, boy, I need to lose 15 pounds here. What's wrong with me? I shouldn't eat that or drink that. And guess what? I keep eating and drinking it. Same thing, man. Excuses. Okay? So sooner or later, it's like, I'm tired of making excuses. I'm going to do something about it. And you do something about it. But it's not easy, is it? But once you go down the road and get through that initial barrier of resistance or pain or whatever it is, it becomes routine for you. And that's what we want to establish here. It's a routine of success. How you do things, how you approach your day, what you work on, how you do those things, your routine, that's going to equal the great results that you're going to get here. And we're going to help you. Okay, so you have my commitment in 2015 to make you a way better converter of leads to appointments, a way better real estate agent, okay, and a way better team leader at growing your real estate business so that more people benefit. Okay? All right. So let's start with a few things. So Andrea, do you think I have everybody's attention now?
Yes.
Okay, all right, good. Just want to make sure. So get that out of the way. And let me throw a couple things up on the screen here now that we've had some fun. Okay. Over here, under the schedule tab, you guys follow along. Let me make sure let me cut my computer on so you guys can see what I see. And I'm not so sure. I may have to use my Firefox, so let me fire up Firefox here. Okay, that didn't work. Let me throw up Google Chrome. Yes, it works. Okay, so for reference, Andrea, Firefox, I cannot get the image, the window on Firefox to stream through the GoToWebinar. But Google Chrome works. Also, Internet Explorer, when I go to a website on Internet Explorer, it won't stream through GoToWebinar. It doesn't capture that window. Interesting. So I don't know what's up with that. So let me close that out. Okay, yep. Okay, so here we go. Looking in front of you here, schedule tab, live meetings, platinum workshops, boot camps, right here, platinum workshops. Now I mention this to you here because some of you can come and you've just made decisions that you're not going to. We've got about 7 seats, I think, left at the Platinum OSA workshop next weekend, January 24th and 25th in Orlando, Florida. Okay, so some of what I'm going to describe to you today is going to be awesome. Much of what I've said already to you is really good. Okay, well, it only gets better when we're in front of each other for 2 days and we get to run through our entire system and how we do things and why it's done that way for 2 full days. So I want to encourage you, if you haven't signed up for the Platinum OSA workshop, to be there January 24th and 25th, next Saturday and Sunday at the Hilton in Orlando. And I can guarantee you won't be disappointed. All right, so one more quick story, and we'll look at some scripts and do some role playing. Andre comes down to my office here a few minutes ago, and he said, "Hey Todd, I was talking to this coaching member, trying to get them to come and check out Platinum at the Orlando event, and they were really nervous about coming because they said that it's their busy time." And I'm like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, it's their busy time. They're trying to decide whether they should take the Saturday and Sunday off from selling homes in their business and come down to Orlando." And I'm like, "You're kidding me, right?" And he goes, "Nope." And I said, "Well, I'm not going to ask you what you said, but I'm going to tell you what I would say. Okay? Here's what I would say. So, agent, you must really love and are 100% completely happy and satisfied where your business is right now, and you don't want it to get any better at all." Because that's what you're saying. Hey, look, I really like where my business is. I don't want it to change. I don't want it to get better. I don't want to sell more homes. I don't want to make more money. I want to stay exactly where I am. That's why I'm not going to come. That's why I'm going to stay home and sell houses. Because I don't want to sell more homes. I just want to sell what I have now. that would be a reason. And trust me, there's a lot of people out there like that. So for those of you that are looking at today's webinar and listening to me monologue this a little bit, here's what I know about you. You've taken time out of your business to be on today's webinar. And there's a lot, okay, a couple hundred of you. That's a lot of people. So here's what I know about you. You're not like that. You will absolutely take a time out from selling and working in your business and go work on it, if indeed it means your future changes for the better. Okay? That's why you would come to this OSA workshop. It's because of who you are and what you want. So don't let your present circumstance dictate your future results. Don't let that happen. Don't let your brain get in the way. Okay? Get there. Still plenty of time. Tickets to Orlando and a lot of money. Okay? If the hotel is full, and there's a good chance it is, there's plenty of them in the area. Find one. Stay at the Super 8, whatever you got to do, and get there for these 2 days with Craig and I. You won't regret it. Okay? I want you to trust me that we're going to spend a couple of days working intently on your business. Okay? This goes for the team leader, and you can bring up to 3 key men for your company. Okay? All right. Great. So I got my plug-in, and I'm really excited about that. Okay, so let's look at some scripting. And Andrea, I see hands raised and questions there, so I don't know if that's people complaining about my monologue in the beginning or if they genuinely want to talk to me or have questions in general, so we'll get to those in a minute. But let's look at some scripting here. All right, so I mentioned last week's webinar that I was going to create several training sessions throughout the year for Platinum members only on Commissions Inc. Okay, I like Commissions Inc. We're a big user of it, and I'm going to share my story with you. Okay, 2013 was my first full calendar year of my new real estate company. As most of you know, I was a real estate agent for over 20 years. Did really well, so between 400 to 500 homes a year, over $1 billion in sales right here in the great state of Georgia, Metro Atlanta. Sold my real estate sales team in 2009, April of 2009. And since that time, been working exclusively with Craig and Platinum members and doing those kind of things, but I opened up a new real estate company back in 2012. 2013 was our first full calendar year. And we brought in $750,000 in gross commission income at our real estate company there, right? The first full calendar year in business. Year number 2, $2 million. Okay? So from 0 to $2 million in 24 months. So at the Christmas party, luncheon that we had with everyone, I said, okay, 2015, we're going to $7 million in GCI. So how do you go from 0 to $7 million in 36 months? Okay, well, I just told you guys, your routine, how you do things, your approach, how you think, what you think about, what you work on. Okay, every word that comes out of your mouth is a form of leverage. It will either bring people to you or it will push them away. Okay, every word that comes out of your mouth is a form of leverage. And trust me, that's all you have, words. And the words that you choose will mean things. So, Commissions Inc. Great little marketing system there. I'm a big fan of it. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at that. Okay. HousesAtlanta.net. Is that one of ours? Yeah. Okay. So let's take a look at this. This ought to be fun. Let's go Homes for Sale in Alpharetta. Okay, you guys know how this works. Buyer jumps on the internet. They Google up houses for sale in Alpharetta, Georgia, or whatever your specific area is. Okay? And up on the computer screen flashes a bunch of houses for sale. Okay? Ads that represent the results of whatever they typed into the Google search bar. One of the ads is yours, your company's. Okay, whether it takes them to your HDX site or whether it takes them to your IDX site that's some other company other than Commissions Inc., it takes them somewhere, but it leads to you. So let's suppose it's this, Commissions Inc. They click on the link of the property. Okay, I like this house, I'll click on that one. Okay, now I've got to register. And when I fill out this form, you're going to get the lead. Okay, I fill out the form, click submit, I immediately am back to my search results from that particular house, and I do my thing as a prospect. Now, am I expecting your call? No. I'm not expecting your call. Okay, so all of you who are calling leads back must know that if you're calling these kinds of leads, they're not expecting your call. You get leads that are expecting your call, property inquiries, sign calls, calling in on one of your ads, USP ad or something like that. They want to talk to you. They're expecting your call. But most of the leads that you get, for those of you that are on this webinar today, they are not expecting your call. And this is the breakdown that I see so many real estate agents and people run into, and I'm going to try to help you with that a little bit today. Okay? So the first thing that you've got to do is you've got to make adjustments to our script in the beginning to just acknowledge what it is that they asked for. So if I go to the coaching site and I go to the universal callback script, okay, let's take a look at that real fast. Okay, let me explain to you a little bit more about what I mean and why this is so important. Okay, right here, let's look at these quote intros. See all these intros up here? Okay. Hi, Mr. Smith. This is Todd Walters with Todd Walters Real Estate. And the reason I'm calling is, okay, you can see that doesn't change. All right? But what will change is this. I received your request for. I received your request for the free report, How to Sell Your Home Without an Agent, and wanted to let you know we've sent that on over there to you. Is that okay? I received your request for a list of distress sales and bank foreclosures, and just wanted to let you know that we've sent that on over there to you. Is that okay? Okay, I received your request for a home evaluation, and just wanted to let you know that we've sent that on over there to you. Is that okay? Okay, I received your request to search homes for sale using our property search website, and just wanted to let you know you've got access to search away. Is that okay? Okay, so the rest of the script is the same. It doesn't change. Okay, but your introduction there is just an acknowledgement. That's why we call it the universal callback script. It works universally. Okay, so that's number one. You've got to be able to do a good job there of telling people who you are and why you're bothering them. Okay, my name is Todd Walters with Todd Walters Real Estate, and the reason I'm calling is I received your request to search for homes for sale using our property search site there at searchhousesinAtlanta.net, and just as a courtesy, I'm letting you know that you've got full access to search away. It's an acknowledgement that we received their request for the information or whatever it is they wanted, and we've given it to them. We're trying to get them in their mind on a subconscious level to say thank you. They don't have to openly say thank you, but that's what we're trying to get from them, because when that happens, then it frees you up to ask very specific questions and make an offer. Everybody get that? Okay, so that's numero uno. When you call back the leads, you must stick to that script in order to get the thank you that's underneath the the consciousness there. To get that thing, you got to get that. Hey, Mr. Smith, this is Todd Walters. The reason I'm calling is I received your request for the list of distress sales and bank foreclosures that you wanted, and want to let you know we've sent that on over there to you. Is that okay? Hey, Mr. Smith, this is Todd Walters Real Estate. The reason I'm calling is I received your request for the home evaluation, and just want to let you know that we have sent that on over there to you. Is that okay? Hey, Mr. Smith, this is Todd Walters Real Estate, and the reason I'm calling is I received your request to search for homes for sale using our property search site there, housesinAtlanta.net, and as a courtesy, just letting you know that you now got full access to search away. Is that okay? That's it, man. Now, when you go back to the script, now let's take a look at that bad boy. Everything else is the same. It's down here. Now, here's why it's the same. Okay, first of all, as a rule, you want to confirm your prospect's intent to make a move. Like, it does you no good to spend time on the telephone with people who aren't expecting your call unless you confirm their intent to move. You have a lot of people to talk to. Time is very precious for you. How you spend your time and what you spend your time on will dictate how much money that you're going to make in your life, in your day, in your week, in your month. You guys know that, right? What you spend your time on dictates, again, your routine equals your results. Okay? So I'm not going to spend my time on the telephone with people that they don't have an intent to move. We're not going to do that. I'm going to politely thank them for their time, and hey, if we can be of service in the future, you give us a call. But we're going to move on. So you've got to confirm prospect's intent to sell, intent to make a move. So that's why the first question is, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? All right, now let me stop there. Many of you that are on the phone today ask these questions here down at the bottom because of the way that you do business. All right, so I went to Commissions Inc. Summit not too long ago. Dwayne asked me to come over, so I gladly accepted. And there was quite a few people in the room that were not in the position that you're in, like they weren't in our program. And I'm listening to the struggle of what to say, how do we get more business, how can we get more people to meet with us, and that sort of thing. And what those agents lack is a business system, like how you actually do things. So the script here that you guys see on the screen is a direct result of how you do business. The script, the words in front of you, are a result of how you do business. Okay, so let's think about that. How do we do business with buyers? Well, here's how we do business with buyers. We like to meet with buyers that are interested in making a move. And we like to show them all the great things that we can do for them, convince them to do business with us exclusively, allowing us to set and collect our fee on the home that they go and buy, prior to ever going and looking at a house. That's how we work with buyers. Did everybody get that? That's your system. That's what we teach you. This way, no matter what the commission is in the MLS or not in the MLS, doesn't matter. We got a client, we know how to set our fee and collect it. Okay? And it doesn't impact how we do things. We're going to give the same level and measure of value to everyone. We're not going to hold things back because we're getting paid less money or whatever. That's why you do it this way. So that's how you do business, and if you're not doing business that way, then you need to get more engaged in our program and learn how to do it this way. But because of the way we do things like that, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at this script, okay, as a result of that, okay? So we establish an offer to make that will convince people to say, yeah, I'll meet with you. But we only want to make the offer to people that are actually interested in making a move with an intent to move, intent to sell. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So here's what I want you to do. I want all of you to begin to keep a tally when you make your calls, okay? You're trying to figure out who is in the category of, yes, I'm planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, or no. So there are three, and you've heard me say this before, but there are three answers you're going to get here, right? Hey, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yes, or no, or we're not sure. I don't know, which is we're not sure. So there's yes, no, and I don't know. That's it. Three answers. Now, let's talk about the I don't knows first. The I don't knows are either yes or no. Are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? I don't know. I'm not sure. We're still talking about it. Okay, well, what I need to do then is I got to get this I don't know person into yes or no. So how can you do that? Well, that's the purpose of the couple of extra conversations you got here. Okay? See that? Okay? These questions right here, just put a little question, just put a little asterisk on those. That's the only reason they're there. The only reason that Craig put these questions on this script right here is so that we can put them into the category of, yeah, they're planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, or they're not. Because everyone who says, yes, I'm planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, or who ends up in that category, we make them an offer. We make them the offer, man. Here's the offers. Okay? That's the offers they get. Okay? Are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? I'm not sure. I don't know. We just started talking about it. Okay, so were you planning on staying in the area or moving away? No, we're going to stay in the area. Okay, well, people who know if they're going to stay in the area are probably leaning toward a time frame for making a move. So the next logical question is, so if you were to move, when do you think that might be? Well, maybe next summer, or this summer, or this fall. Okay, well, I run the numbers in my head. That's greater than 6 months. So no problem. What do I do for greater than 6 month people? I follow up. I'm making my Market Watch newsletter offer, right? Just go right to it. They're longer than 6 months. I'm not going to meet with those folks. Would you like to receive my free monthly newsletter, keep in touch with what's happening in the marketplace? Sure. Okay, well, hey, when's a good time for me to follow back up with you? So, okay, good. You guys are good. All right, so just want a little bit of review there. Make sure you're doing a good job of that. So keep a tally of all of the people that you talk to, all the leads you're calling. You need to, first of all, establish, are they planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yes or no? Yes or no? So what are you doing with everyone that says yes? That's right. You're closing for an appointment. How do you close for an appointment? You make them an offer. So let's talk about the offer. Okay. So here's the offer for buyers. Okay. So I'll give you some ways, some cool words to say that might help you. Okay. So for example, hey, would you like to receive daily updates of homes that match your home buying criteria from all of the real estate companies? Okay, so you put emphasis on all. Everybody get that? Emphasize all. Would you like to receive all of the homes that match your criteria from all of the real estate companies as often as they become available? Okay, all implying they may not be getting them all. Okay, let me stop you. Many of you have buyers that you're getting through Commissions Inc. and similar. Okay? Do you know if they're getting all of the homes that are active in MLS? How do you know? And the answer is you don't. You don't know if they're getting them all. That's why you don't rely on, these systems to sell homes. You get a buyer, you go find them houses, and then you call them up and say, hey, I got 3 houses for you to go see after they're your client, right? You're not waiting on emails to sell homes because you don't know if they're going to even get all the homes that are available. And you sure as heck don't want to wait for buyers, on a system to sell homes for you. Okay? So emphasis on all. And then you go on from there. Hey, our list includes bank foreclosures and company-owned homes and other properties that you cannot find on the internet. So did you get that? And other properties that you cannot find on the internet. And other properties that you cannot find on the internet. So Craig and I had that conversation this morning. Hey, should we put this in the script? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? The insinuation is bank foreclosures, company-owned properties, and other distress sales. From a buyer perspective, they probably believe those are things you can't find on the internet. How do we find those homes? I'm not so sure they're on the internet. Okay? And don't assume that buyers believe that every home for sale with the real estate company is on the internet, because you don't even know if they are. So buyers have this doubt. So your offer here in front of you, would you like for me to email you updates of all the homes that match your home buying criteria from all the real estate companies? Never make the assumption Well, they're already getting those. They don't know if they're getting those. Okay? And you don't either. Our list includes any bank foreclosures, company-owned properties, and other homes that are not on the internet. It's a free service, and of course, you're not obligated to buy anything. Would that interest you? That's your offer. So hopefully there's a few words in there that will help you do a much better job. But remember, that's a result of, that offer is a result of how we do business. Because when they say yes to that offer, and most buyers will, who are planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, we close for a face-to-face appointment. Okay, hey, when's a great time for us to get together for about 30 minutes so we can take down your exact home buying criteria and get all that set up for you? How about Saturday at 10 or Sunday afternoon at 3? Okay, now you deal with just objections to getting together or time or the other issues, but they want what you offered. So remember that when they say yes to your offer, they want it. Dealing with the appointment, that's a separate issue. Okay? So anyway, I wanted to just highlight just a little bit here how we're doing it. Now, remember I told you my real estate company numbers? We went from $750,000 to $2 million. We went from 0 to $750,000 in 1 year. We went from 750 GCI to $2 million the following year. You know, I'm on my way this year to staggering numbers for for most industry types. Okay, well, I just told you how. I just described to you for the last 30 minutes here how we do things, how we think about things, what we say, the process for working with clients, how we work with people. And the people at Optimus Real Estate Brokers, the more they do the things that I've talked to you about today, the more they do what I've repeated to you, the more homes they sell. The less they do what I've told you today, the more struggles they have. Okay, but make no mistake about it. That's quantum leaps in business from a standing still position. And the reason is, I just described to you and showed you. All right? So we want you to have that kind of level of success as well. All right. So here's what I want to do now. We have quite a few of you on the phone. We can't role play with everyone, but we need to role play a little bit and work through some of these things. Okay? So I want you to raise your hand and say, yeah, Todd, I want to talk to you. I got a question. I got a comment. I want to role play through this lead. We're getting leads from Commissions Inc. We're having some issues. Whatever. But we need to deal with that right now. Don't hold back. Okay? I'm going to throw back up on my computer screen here. Your routine equals your results. Okay? You may need to do some things differently. So what does that include? That includes the words you use. Use different words. Okay? Use different inflection. And I just mentioned to you, using the word all. Emphasize on all. Would you like to receive pictures, descriptions of all the homes for sale from all the real estate companies as often as they become available? As well as properties, as well as information on homes that you can't find on the internet. So I used inflection on specific words to get attention, to create doubt, to create a picture in their mind that they're probably missing out on the perfect house. Right? So that's how you want to do this. All right? So role playing, it would be a good thing. I'd like to try to get through as many people as we can here in the next few minutes. So I'm going to turn this over to Andrea. So Andrea, tell everyone what they need to do to open up their microphone and let's talk and have some fun here.
Yes, sir. If you haven't done so already and you have a working mic or you're on the telephone for our webinar today, go ahead and click the little yellow icon you see at the top of your webinar control panel. That'll let us know you've raised your hand and you'd like to participate. You can also just type in the chat box, I would like to role play. Our first guest is Sam Shell. Your computer mic is open.
Sam.
Hello.
Hey, Sam.
Hi. How are you, buddy?
Hey, good, man. Hey, didn't you send an email over earlier with some sort of signature or something?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
How was that?
Yeah, it was fine, but there was something else that you were asking too in a separate email. or doing, and I forget what it was.
I think it was a business card.
It was. You had too many offers on yours.
Oh, yeah, at the back of it.
Right. So I've sent to you what I call a selling card, a USP card. I emailed it to you. So
yeah, I got it.
Do you have that? Okay. You can see from that card, it makes one offer.
Actually, I got an email from you, but it was blank. There was nothing in the email. So can you send that over to me again? Please?
Yeah. Let me make a note that we'll do that. I'll do that when the webinar ends. Send Sam selling card. That's what I call it. All right. So let me say this to everyone. Everybody on the webinar today, including you, Sam, should have a USP card, i.e. a selling card. So when I hand it to someone, they're sold on doing business with me over and above others. So obviously that's my USP. But when I use the words business card, okay, when I use that, it conjures up an image in everyone's mind that's watching the program today. And the image that most people, their mind gets conjured up, the image that gets conjured up is a template. You go online and you fill in the blanks and you print your business card. All right, Craig and I don't like that. Okay, that's you being like everyone else. So your business card should be a USP card. So let's change the name of it. And that by me using those words, USP card, it conjures up an image in your mind like, oh, okay, well it's me with my USP, and that's right. That's it. That's all it should be. Now you're different than all the other agents out there. So here's some ideas on that, Sam. I printed my card long ways, so I like the size of a business card. There's a reason it's that size. It's easy to carry around in your wallet and purse and stuff. So no problem. We went with the same size, but we just turned it rectangle. So I printed in the opposite direction of all other business cards, and it was made out of plastic. Okay, and it just had my picture, my USP, and my phone number. That was it. No address, no email address. Okay, no distractions. Here's who I am, and here's what I'm about. Here's what we do for you, and that's it. Didn't have a bunch of other things on there. So I think that's what who was it, Warren or somebody or Jay? Somebody telling you had too much on there.
Yeah. Okay. So just stick to one USB, like the seller USB, and keep it simple.
Simple's better, buddy. I'm a simple man. I'm from the South down here, so we're pretty simple.
Okay, I got you. So, Todd, I want to role play some commission ink leads that I'm getting a lot of these days. So I just want to role play that with you.
Okay. All right, let's go for it, buddy.
So, ring, ring. Hi, may I speak to Todd Walters, please?
This is he.
Hi, Todd. This is Sam Shaw from Remax, and the reason I'm calling is because I received your request to search for homes on our website, findnorthyorkregionhomes.com. And as a courtesy call, I'm just letting you know that I've given you full access to search away. Is that okay?
Sure.
Now, Todd, are you folks looking to make your move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, my wife and I have been talking about it.
And do you currently rent, or do you own the property that you live in?
We're renting.
And if you were to make your move, will you be staying in the area or moving out of the area?
We would definitely stay in the area.
Okay. And when do you think that might be?
Okay, so go ahead and say the... No. Go ahead and say all the words on the script. So if you were to make a move, when do you think that might be? Okay. You want to, and here's why it's important. Just stay in context. High D personalities like me, we tend to want to, we'll leave off a few words, or we'll cut some things short, but every word strategically does something, and it just keeps the conversation in context. So if you were to make a move, Sam, when do you think that might be? Right? So that's, instead of, okay, when do you think that might be? I get it, but trust me, there's a reason that those extra words are on there versus less. So anyway, so you just asked me that. So if you were to make a move, when do you think that might be? I don't know, Sam, probably sometime in the fall.
Okay, and do you have a realtor to help you at that time, Todd?
Okay. All right, so let me stop you. If I'm longer than 6 months, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
That's a question that you don't need to ask. You're not going to close an appointment for me right now. You're going to move on to the next lead. You got a bunch of leads.
Yeah.
Right? I'm longer than 6 months. We just established that. Make your market watch offer and ask when's a good time to follow back up and move on. I mean, I'm just telling you guys. Here's what some people will say. They high eyes on the webinar right now, Sam. They'll argue, well, Todd, I remember back in 1993, I got an appointment with somebody. They said that it was going to be longer than 6 months, but I remember because I convinced them to meet with me now, and I was able to get them to do something now. I remember that. Well, okay. But that's, hundreds of calls, to go to get the one guy that does that. And in the meantime, you're, spending that time with everyone that does that, you just have less time. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a program that Craig and I that we do when people first get into the coaching program, and it's a little business plan, and it's called the 1 hour business plan, and you fill in the blanks on it, and some of the questions deal directly with what you're worth, how much you're worth per hour. And the reason for that is to establish a paradigm for yourself that there's only there's a limited amount of time in your day, very limited, okay? And you have the same amount of time as Bill Gates, and you have the same amount of time, Sam, as the homeless guy living under the bridge out here on 285. We all have the same amount of time. So you establish, number one, recognizing that, and number two, establishing what you're worth per hour will keep you from wasting time with people that you cannot help right now or don't want your help. And that's the whole reason for that. Okay, so let's role play it again. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so hello.
I'm speaking to Todd Walters, please.
This is he.
Hi, Todd. This is Sam from Remax, and the reason I'm calling is because I received your request to search for homes on our website, findnortheuroperegionhomes.com. Mm-hmm. And as a courtesy call, just letting you know that we've given you full access to search over. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great, man.
All right. And are you folks looking to make a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
You know what? We've been talking about it. I think so.
And do you currently rent, or do you own the property that you live in?
We own the house that we're living in now.
And do you prefer to buy first before listing your home, Todd, or do you want to sell first and then buy?
No. We need to sell our house before we buy anything.
And do you have a realtor to help you when the time is right?
No.
Would you like a free market evaluation to help you determine what your home would sell for? And I can also give you some inexpensive tips on what to do and, more importantly, what not to do to prepare your home to sell for the most amount of money. And can also go over all the various closing costs that you're going to incur, so you know exactly what you have left in your pocket after all the closing costs to put into the next home that you want to buy. It's totally free, and you're not obligated to list your home with me. Would that be helpful, Todd?
Sounds great.
All right, when would be a good time for me to come over, days or evenings?
Well, I'm not sure. Can I check with my wife and get back to you?
Yeah, sure. Well, Todd, since I got you on the phone and we're both very busy, why don't we go ahead and tentatively book an appointment for a time that you think will most likely work for you and your wife. And then if you check with her and you need to change that, just shoot me a call, email, or give me a call, and I'll change that for you.
Okay, that's very good.
Is that okay? All right.
That's very good there. All right, that's a great job. So you handled that pretty well. All right, so let's back up. Where are you running into problems? Like, what made you raise your hand and say, I want to talk to Todd here?
Well, a lot of the people, like, actually, I'm doing pretty good right now. I just wanted to
Oh, okay. You just wanted to show off a little bit.
No, I just want to get better. I know every time I talk to you, I get a little bit better.
Well, yeah, you just want to show off a little bit. I get it, man. That's fine. Hey, look, if you don't brag on yourself, nobody else is going to do it. Yeah. Except for maybe your wife, sometimes.
I'm not married yet.
Or your mom. Oh, okay. Well, then that definitely is not happening for you. That's great. No, man, seriously, though, that's a good job. So you're doing pretty well there. And I know your biggest challenge on, like Commissions Inc. leads is reaching them. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. But I got the dialer. I'm using the dialer, so.
All right. So let's remind everybody about the dialer. What is it, and how does it work?
Well, basically, the dialer, before I would call 100 calls. I would make 100 calls manually, in 6 to 8 hours, which I don't usually have that much time. But now I can make 150 calls in about 2, 3, 4 hours max. And I booked 48 appointments this week just because of the dialer.
Fantastic, dude. All right, so just for reference, you're using the dialer from Commissions Inc., or are you using an outside system like Mojo?
No, I'm just using the dialer from Commissions Inc. and I import all my leads from Success website into Commissions Inc. now. So I got all of it in one system.
Okay, great. Well, congratulations on that, dude. And that's a good platform to use several different ways as well as lead generation. So sounds like you're taking good advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks to you guys. Thanks, Todd.
Yeah, man. Great job. Thanks for chiming in. And go sell some houses, and we'll see you soon. All right.
See you. Bye.
Okay, Miss Andrea, that was fun. Who's our next victim?
Our next guest is Gina Clark. Your mic is open.
Hey there, Gina. Gina.
Gina, we cannot hear you. I'm going to go ahead and mute you back. Go ahead and dial in on the telephone if you'd like to role play. We have John Cohen. Your mic is now open.
Hello, John.
Hello.
Hello, John. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, Todd, how are you?
I am actually doing pretty good today, man. I've been busy. I was on a conference call for 2.5 hours today with Mr. Kirk Proctor.
Well, that must have been fun.
No, man, we talked about everything in the world. Talked about you, man.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah, indirectly. All right, so how's business going?
Business is good, Todd. I'm really been more involved in commercial real estate over the last 20 years, and I'm just because of the Craig Proctor program, looking to expand my company into the residential because I'm in Fort Lauderdale, and South Florida right now is really on fire. And in my particular case, the number of transactions has gone down because most of the commercial properties down here are filled. And
how's your database of your commercial tenants and owners and people that you've done commercial deals with? Do you have them in a place that you can leverage that?
It's funny you ask. I've never, in the commercial, most of my business has come through referrals. I never really had to do marketing to attract clients, and I have a lot of high net worth people that are just repeat clients. So I never had to really have the use of a contact management system. So this is all really new to me.
Okay, so let me say a couple of things about that for everybody's benefit. At some point in your career, regardless of what your present situation is, and I'm not necessarily saying you, John, I'm just saying everyone. At whatever your present situation is, at some point, you will absolutely want to and need to leverage people to get business. So there's never a better time to start than yesterday, but the next best time to start is today. So everybody should have a contact management system, and it's for putting people in, tagging them for marketing to now and later. So, and don't forget adopted customers. Do you know what an adopted customer is, John?
No, what's that?
All right, so let's suppose you have a listing, okay, and a buyer's agent from another real estate company brings the buyer to your listing. Buyer buys it, okay? So you're at the closing table and you're shaking hands with your seller as they're moving on, to their next phase of life, a new home, and this buyer, who the buyer's agent from the other real estate company was so kind to bring to you, has provided you with all of their contact information. How you got their address because they buy in your listing. You have their name, it's on the HUD. The only thing that you might not have is their phone number, but my guess is you got that too if you'll just look at the closing documents close enough. So you want to grab all of that contact information, put it into your contact management system, and begin to market directly to that guy, just like you would.
Interesting, yeah. Interesting.
Just adopt it. You want to adopt the customers that other agents bring you because they sure as hell are going to drop the ball on it.
Todd, have you done anything with LinkedIn? I mean, I have built up, I have over 1,000 people in my LinkedIn account, and I was trying to figure out a way I could leverage a lot of the contacts I've accumulated over the years, in that format.
Yeah, so one of the things that we talk about, in the coaching program and at our platinum conferences is start with, who you are, what we call brand identity, and your brand is your USP. So the way that you grow your real estate business is by having an overflow of it. And the easiest way to create more business than you have now is give people a damn good reason to contact you. So that would be your USP. So Todd Walters or Home Sold or I'll Buy It would be an example. So wherever my name goes, there's my USP as well. So if I'm LinkedIn or Facebook or any other social media, well, I'm going to start by, telling my story. My USP is going to be evident through all of those channels. There won't be a place I can go and see John and not see his USP. So one day you just may be John, and the next day you're John, you're Home Sold or I'll Buy It, for example. Well, now John's different, and I recognize the difference. Maybe I should call John because I'm considering making a move. So that's the easiest place to start with those kinds of mediums, is just by, making sure you got your USP next to your face name. Yeah.
Okay, and I just have one of the reasons I wanted to chat with you too is I had a question specific to the universal call script. When I'm finding that when I call some of the leads, when I get to, you do the introduction and then you go to number one, establishing, telling your motivation. When I get into, by the way, are you planning on making a move in the next 36 months? These people aren't, expecting somebody to call, so a lot of them seem to clam up with that question. They don't seem to want to answer it. They seem like they're really guarded.
Okay, well let's start. Let's just role play it out a little bit, because I don't have that happening. And the guys that we directly train or impact or role play with typically don't get that either. So let's just see if how the words are coming out. So let's go ahead and pretend I'm the prospect. I'm not expecting your call. Okay? So you be the agent. I want to hear exactly how you approach this. So, let's go for it. Ring, ring, hello.
Okay. Hi, is this Todd?
Yeah, this is he.
Hey, Todd. My name is John Cohane with Cohane Realty Advisors. And the reason I'm calling is because I received your request for information that you wanted, and I just want to let you know I emailed it to you. Is that okay?
No. All right, so let me stop you. That's not what you want to do, okay? So I know that on the script here, and this is why we started the call out this way, and I guess this is what makes, the coaching relevant, is that you got to tell them what it is they requested. Requested the information. What information? So you'd be better off taking your universal callback script and putting in parentheses around that. The reason I'm calling is I received your request for, and the information that you wanted is in parentheses. So what are you going to, what should you say there? And you said these were leads from where?
Right now I have postcards out, the two-sided postcards, so I'm calling sellers. And so I basically received information regarding your request for information to find out what your property is worth.
Okay, well then that's what you say, dude. You say, hey Todd. Right, hey Todd, listen, the reason I'm calling is I received your request for a home evaluation.
Right, okay. Very important, yeah.
Okay, that's number one. Number one. The next thing you want to do is you don't need to reference I've emailed it or I've mailed it. Be really careful about that, okay? And that's the next thing here, is that you just want to let them know you fulfilled the request. And I've sent that on over there to you. Is that okay? Okay?
So you don't tell them if I emailed it or mailed it, don't mention that?
Okay, well, let me back up. It doesn't matter that much as long as you don't talk about it. In other words, here's what most agents want to do. They want to make the conversation about that. Hey, I received your request for the home evaluation you wanted, John, and just as a courtesy, I'm letting you know that we've emailed it on over there to you. Did you get it? Okay, and look right here in the script. Did you get it is not in there.
Right, okay.
That's not it. I wanted to let you know we received your request for the home evaluation, and we've sent that on over there to you. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, they're politely or underneath their breath or
More relaxed.
they're saying thank you, right?
Yeah.
They're saying thank you. Oh yeah, I requested something, and you're calling me to let me know you got my request and that you fulfilled it.
Gotcha. Big
And
difference.
now it's
I can see the difference now. I can see the difference. Todd, by the way, you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, we don't know. We're thinking about it.
And if you were to move, would you be staying in the area, moving out of the area?
We would stay in the area.
And when do you think that might be?
I don't know, probably in the summertime.
Well, now I just go to the Market Watch then, so it's too far away.
Well, summer could be May. Summer could be May. Summer could be June. Summer could be July.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. You got a judgment to make. So
Yeah.
if it's me, if it's on the line, I make the offer.
You make the offer, okay.
Yeah, man, the guy's right on the line. Summertime, okay, well, that's May, June,
Okay.
July. That's like less than 6 months. So I'll probably go right at him with the offer. Do you have an agent to help you when the time is right? No.
Well, it's good. Yeah,
make the
okay.
offer.
Right, and just go right into the offer. Okay.
Yeah. You got it. So that's why I did that. So if it's on the line, you want to err to the side of making the offer.
Okay. One last question. I'll let you go. If for some reason somebody cuts you short, would you bother sending in like an email with a USP and some information on, make them, just send them a contact email with a unique selling proposition?
2 questions. Are they planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Maybe they didn't answer that.
Okay. Well, then you got to use your judgment on follow-up. Look, if we don't get the appointment, but we believe we have a prospect who is planning on making a move, and maybe we just didn't do a good job or something happened there, well, obviously you're going to call them back.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to set a call. You're going to call them back. You're going to use your own judgment on, hey, when do I give it another go? And what should I do in the meantime? Do I mail them? Do I email them a friendly note? What do I do? And you got to make those 2 judgments. But here's what I know: you do something.
You do something, yeah.
Yeah. We already know what doing nothing will get you.
Right. And the best time to call.
But nothing replaces the phone calls.
Right. Absolutely.
You can email them all you want. You can mail them all you want. Nothing replaces the phone calls.
And best times to call: Monday 4 to 6:30, Thursday. I know according to MIT, Thursday I think from 4 to 6:30 is the best time, and then Saturday mornings. Would you agree with that?
Well, if you're trying to reach people that, from a general perspective, I guess so. But you probably know the culture of your people that you're trying to prospect. Who these people are and what they do on a regular, ongoing basis. So I'd be real careful about putting everybody into the same bucket.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I'm trying to do is block out time so I can, because I found initially it was hard for me to, to find the time to make calls. So now I'm trying to actually block out specific times to call people so I can focus on that and sort of,
Okay, well, the answer to your question is yes. The answer to your question is yes, block out time. Typically in the evenings is best for most people is when they're idle.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm finding out. Okay, Todd, thank you. It was great. Thank you.
Yeah, man, good job. You coming to Orlando?
Yeah, I'll be in Orlando.
Good move.
Orlando, and I'm bringing, just hired an OSA, so I'm going to be bringing him with me.
Fantastic. Be sure and say hello.
I will.
All right, man. Go get him.
I'll see you then. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, Andrea, let's go to our next caller.
Our next guest is Vic McCarrion. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you, Todd?
Good, Vic. How about yourself? How are things in sunny California?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. We're getting a lot of leads from different sources. My challenge is I have 2 sites, Commission Inc. One of them I'm doing great. One I'm not doing so good. But they cover the same areas. You want to role play with me and see? I'm going to use your new ways because I was using a different way. Maybe that's the reason. when I'm calling them, you know. So you want to role play and see how I'm doing? Maybe it's from me.
Absolutely, my man. So where the lead coming from?
Commission Inc.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Can I speak with Todd, please?
This is he.
Yeah, hi, Todd. This is Vic Markarian with Markarian team. You registered on our site, cglendelhomes.com, for homes in Glendale. And the reason I'm calling, I just wanted to see if you guys going to make a move in the next 3 to 6 months. That's the way I was starting.
Okay. Well, Vic, I don't know. We just started looking around for a house here.
Yeah, Todd, if you were to move, would you be staying locally or are you moving out of your area?
Well, we would probably stay in the area here. We're trying to find a home around here.
By the way, Todd, do you rent right now or you own?
We're renting.
Oh, okay. And where do you rent? Which city?
And I tell you.
Okay. And Todd, I just got lost. Anyway.
All right, so hold on. So why are you asking me that? What does it matter?
I was just curious. Maybe that's the thing I was, I wanted to know if they rent close to Glendale, because sometimes the phone numbers I get, they like area code that I never heard from, like it's a weird area code. You know what I mean? Montana or different areas.
Okay, well, yeah, but that's because you're in California, and the majority of people that live in California relocated there from other places and have had the same cell number for years.
Oh, okay. That's what I found out. Maybe I shouldn't ask that question, right?
Well, here's my recommendation, Vic. You got a script.
Yes.
It works.
Yes.
Craig and I did pretty well. We did okay. We got by. Barely paid the bills using this script. And of course I'm being facetious, a little cynical, but if I can make one recommendation for you, it would be to stick to the script, man. Same thing when you call them. Okay, there is a rule in marketing, and marketing over the telephone, and then this whole law of reciprocity thing. You really want to approach people from a position of fulfillment. Okay? And make no mistake about it. They have requested something from you, and you have given it to them. Is that correct?
That's right.
Right. They said, we want to use your website to find houses on the internet, and you gave that to them.
That's right.
Okay, now, is this website, does it cost you a lot of money?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So don't think that the public doesn't know that these things aren't free. Somebody's paying for it. So leverage that. So when you call them up, hey, Vic, this is Todd Walters with Todd Walters Real Estate, and the reason I'm calling is that I received your request to search for homes for sale using our property search site at searchhousesinAtlanta.net. So as a courtesy, Vic, I'm just letting you know that you now have full access to search away. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so
what I okay with you right now?
Well, just let me identify that for everyone. What I've done now is you've requested something from me, whether you know it or not, and I'm acknowledging that we received your request and we fulfilled it.
Okay.
Okay. So when I say, is that okay, and you say yeah, you're secretly saying thank you, and that gives me permission to ask you some questions and move forward.
Yes.
Okay. So what did you say now? You wanted to do what?
Can I use this new system, because I was telling them you registered on our site.
Oh, hold on. New system.
Okay. Like this new way, because.
Oh, this new way. Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't know it was new.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's probably I seen it, or I thought they were using it differently. Sorry about that, Todd. The hardest thing is to copy,
Yes, it is, and you're very good at acknowledging that. Great job, man. Yeah. Hey, look, for the record now, you're doing well. You're doing okay there.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Can I start with the role play, please?
Sure, buddy.
Okay. with the same thing. Ring, ring, right?
Hello.
Can I speak with Todd, please?
This is he.
Yeah, hi, Todd. This is Vic Markarian with Markarian Team.
Mm-hmm.
I received your request for searching for home on our site, cglendalehomes.com.
Mm-hmm.
As a courtesy, I'm calling you, Todd, to let you know you have full access for that. Is that okay?
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome, Todd. By the way, Todd, are you guys going to make a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, we're not 100% sure about that, but we've been thinking about it.
Okay. Do you currently rent or you own, Todd?
We own the house that we're in.
Okay. Are you planning to stay in the area or you might be moving out of the area?
We would stay in the area.
Oh, okay. If you were to move, Todd, I'm sorry, you answered me that question. I'm sorry. See,
no.
That's why I have to listen to you. Todd, do you have a realtor to help you when the time is right? See, I don't know your timing right now. Should I ask that question or not?
Absolutely. If you don't know my timing.
Yeah, okay.
Try to figure it out, dude. You're trying to figure out whether you're going to, make me an offer or not, what kind of offer you're going to make here. And it's all about timing. The offer just doesn't work if they're not interested in making a move sooner rather than later. The offer's not going to work. There's sooner offers and there's later offers. So and we're trying to plant some good seeds here to get a client.
Okay.
So timing matters.
Do you have a realtor to help you when the time is right?
Well, you want to ask the timing question here, right?
Yeah, which one I should ask for the timing question?
Okay, well, let's back up. You said, hey, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? And I said, I don't know. Okay, so you move forward nicely, and then you got to come back and find out. So if you were to make a move, when do you think that might be? Right? You got to ask. You got to try to get it from me.
Okay. If you were to make a move, when do you think it might be?
We're just really not sure, Vic.
Oh, okay. And Todd, if I get you a good deal today, would you possibly make a move?
I don't know, dude.
Okay. So, what my next step should be?
I don't know, dude. I'm looking at the script. So I recommend you do too.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I recommend you look at it too. There's words for those kinds of things. I mean, it's right here. Like right here. Look, let me show you. You're looking. I think it'll show up.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Would it be okay to follow up? That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and here you go.
Okay.
There's this offer.
I dropped the ball, Todd. You're right.
Yeah, so you got two things here going on. So here's the way I'd approach that. So for clarification, I don't know. I don't know when I'm moving. We're thinking about moving. We just have no idea when. Okay, well, it's pretty simple. Hey, Vic, would you like to receive my free monthly newsletter to keep you in touch with what's happening in the marketplace? Right? And then when you say, yeah, I say, okay, well, would it be okay for me to follow up with you at a later time then?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, buddy.
Okay. Okay. That makes it. Thank you very much. I have to create a monthly newsletter again.
No, you don't. No, you don't. All right, so let's talk about that real fast, and we'll wrap up this call. All right. So, if you were to make a move, when do you think that might be? And your response is, we don't know. We're not really sure. Okay. All right. So, you're not making a move in the next 6 months. All right. So you go in the no category. So here's how it works. Okay, Vic. Hey, look, man. Would you like to receive my free monthly newsletter to keep you in touch with what's happening in the marketplace?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get your address, please?
Okay.
Now, I'm asking for the piece of information I'm missing. So here's what I mean. I probably have your email address,
yes,
which means I probably don't have your mailing address. If I have your mailing address, I probably don't have your email address, depending on what lead source or where you came from. So I'm going to leverage the Market Watch newsletter. Everybody listen really closely. I'm leveraging my Market Watch newsletter offer to collect information that I'm missing. So if I have your address, I'm going to say, Vic, would you like to receive my free monthly newsletter to keep you in touch with what's happening in the marketplace?
Yeah.
And your answer is yes. And if I've got your address, I'm going to say, okay, can I get your email address?
Okay.
Okay, so that's what it's for. Now, once I get the missing information, then I say, hey, Vic, would it be okay if I followed up with you at a later time?
Yes.
And you say, okay, so, all right, so when's a good time for me to call you back then?
Okay.
And you tell me, right, you tell me, and I say, okay, Vic, take care. So I hang up the phone with you. Here's what happens. Okay, number one, I schedule a call for half the time that you said.
Okay.
Okay, and then secondly, I add you to my Market Watch newsletter. So you do that on your Success website.
Yes.
If you go to your Success website,
Yeah.
and you look at, over on the left-hand side under Home, if you'll look at the General tab, you'll see there's an offer for a monthly newsletter. Click on that and just add their email address to that.
Yeah. Can I use Wise Agent's newsletter too, or just which one you prefer?
I don't know what that is.
Wise Agent. Okay.
I don't know what that is, dude. I don't know what that looks like or what it does. I'm just telling you this is how Craig and I did it.
Okay. This website. Okay.
All right. You good?
I appreciate your time, Todd.
Great job, Vic. Go sell something.
Thank you very much.
All right. All right, so with that, I want to reiterate under the Schedule tab, Platinum Workshops. Okay, the Platinum OSA Workshop in January is full. I just got a note here. There may be 1 or 2 seats there, so you could give it a shot registering. If it accepts your registration, it's open. That means that you got a seat there, but the note that I just got handed to me while we're going on here is that we had 200 seats and there's not any. So, but you can try, and if it takes your registration, that means there is a seat, and whatever. So, but you get there. All right. So, if it's all full up, and you couldn't make a decision today to come, or you tried and it's no longer available, I'm going to be back in Fort Lauderdale in March. Okay. So you'll want to go ahead and get registered for that one. But I'll tell you, there's only 55 seats available, and I think I'm keeping 15 seats open for coaching members. I got a special breakout with CP coaching going on too during that. So anyway, just give you a heads up, man. So with that, I want to also tell everybody about April. Okay, in April 9th, 10th, and 11th, not 10th through 12th. That's correct super conference. But April 9th, 10th, and 11th is the Platinum Money Making Summit. Every spring we do the Money Making Summit for Platinum members. And this one's going to be fantastic. So this is the Super Bowl of summits. Okay, so if you like the Super Bowl and you're a big football fan, you're going to love some of the cool things we're doing here. So you can look for emails about that as we move forward. All right, so with that, it's going to wrap up our call. Next Tuesday at 2 p.m., you're going to find me interviewing a very special Platinum member, millionaire agent, on what's working in their business and what's not. So put that on your schedule. And join me, and let's go figure out how we can sell more homes. Andrea, Happy New Year to you. It's great talking to you. We appreciate everything that you do for Craig Proctor Productions and all of our webinar calls. Thank you, man. So with that, it's going to wrap up our webinar. Let's go sell some houses, guys. We'll talk to you soon now. Take care. Bye-bye.